Hello, welcome to lesson 2. Today we're going to be talking about line drawing. So I've got my page from the last lesson over here, and I'm just going to give you a very quick recap on what we talked about in the last lesson. So I talked about making different lines with your pencil. Basic equipment, paper, doesn't have to be amazing paper, quite cheap paper, it can be stuff out the copy or your printer. It just needs to be smooth. I've got my pencil here. HB is fine. If you want a B, that's also fine, but you don't need a range of pencils at this stage. And some plastic rubbers. I've got a couple here. They can be any type you like. At this stage, you can be working propelling pencil, but I wouldn't. I'd use a proper pencil because you'll get used to the way it feels and the way it balances. And for sharpening, I recommended using a knife. So I've done my page of demonstration marks here. You can see we've got just all different marks and lines that you would make using your pencil. I talked briefly last lesson about where you hold it. Try not to hold it down here because this is how we write, this is how we draw, so quite relaxed. And I've got a range of marks here, not all lined, just mark making with a pencil. I did encourage you to think about maybe combining marks and just doing anything you can. So moving on to today's lesson, I'm going to be talking about line drawing. Line drawing is nothing very complicated. It is drawing using lines, no shade and no texture. So I'd like you to try and think about how you might be able to produce a page like this. It can be an A4 page, you can draw big, or it can be a little A5 page like I've got going on here. So I've got a range of things that I've drawn. Some of it is from straight from life, straight from observation. This buddleia here, it's growing outside a window, and I've just used very simple lines. I've tried to use a bit of a pressing on and lifting off technique in order to draw some of these. Now, I would urge you to pick something natural with your first drawing. You can draw from observation if you want. I've got some honesty here, and I've also got some, I think this is Virginia Creeper. It's trying to attach itself to my page. That's also good. And then I've got this weed. I have no idea what it is. And these are all quite good things to draw. This is quite simple. This will be lots of little marks. And the other two things over here are quite strongly structured, so they make quite good things to draw. So you want to pick something simple and strongly structured, but natural, because if you make a mistake, no one's going to know. And you don't want to be thinking too hard at this stage about, is it absolutely correct? You don't want an uber correct drawing at this stage. What you want is you want something that just looks effective, really. We are drawing, so you are communicating what you see through your eyes. This isn't about taking a photograph and making it exact. If you want an exact picture, then use a camera, go take a picture. But this is about expressing yourself using drawing. So the different types of line drawing that you can get, you can do continuous line, you can do sketchy lines, you can do contours where you do lines to show the shape of something. And you could do straight line drawings like this. This stage, just do a line drawing. A line drawing is like a colouring in picture, so no shade, no texture. There are 3 stages of drawing. One is line and shape, which is what we're doing today. The next stage is shading, which is what we'll be doing next lesson. And then after that, we add texture if you need to, which is going to be the lesson after that. So thinking about filling our page, I would like it if you could try and fill your page in quite an organic way. It doesn't need to be very regimented. Again, if it makes you happy, divide your page up. Pick a few things to draw and divide your page up. If you're feeling maybe a bit braver, or if it's just the way you work, then just fill the space, which is what I've done over here. Wherever I've got a little gap, I've drawn something else. Should have sharpened my pencil for that one. So, selecting things to draw. I've talked about picking something natural. Of course, you can always print out some of your photos if you draw them. If you don't have access to that sort of thing, maybe you have access to a printer. You could go to your local library if you don't have one yourself, and get something printed off the internet. This is what this is. It's just a bunch of pictures printed off the internet. So I just typed in natural forms photography, and I've got some hostas with some flowers. I've got some hosta leaves over here. I've got some daisies. I've got, this is quite fun to do because it's got all these twiddles on it. Poppy seed heads are a good one. They're fun. They're quite mathematical. And then you've got the roots over here, which are also quite fun because who's going to know if you make a mistake on that sort of a picture? So, you know, if you're feeling, I don't think I can convert something from the 3D into the 2D quite yet, then fine, print something out. If you're looking at that and thinking, oh, I couldn't do that either, printing in black and white is also a very helpful thing to do because it's already, then all of the information, the colour information is gone, and it's much easier for your brain to process what's there. So, you know, this isn't about setting yourself up for failure. This is about you learning how to line draw. So, you know, eyes on the prize. Let's think about what's going to help you to best get yourself drawing. As I say, pick something simple and structured, and you can repeat things. So I drew one poppy and then I drew another one down here. You can label the things, and you can turn the page. It doesn't have to be the same way up. You can title your page as well. You could even date it if you want. As I say, when I did my drawing, I'm trying to find a space now. See if I can find a space further on. See, I've got lots of drawings in mine. So, if we're going to start drawing, I'm standing up. It's best if you maybe sit down. Standing up is fine, but it's best if you do a standing up drawing that you do it with something at, you know, like on an easel in front of you. So I want to keep this still because I'm drawing it. That is another advantage of printing something out from photos or internet, is that the angle will remain the same when you're drawing from a picture, whereas this thing you have to keep it quite still. So I'm just going to pick something and I'm going to do my sketchy things. Try to look at your negative and your positive space. Positive space is the object itself. I made a mistake there, it doesn't matter. Don't put any pressure on yourself. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. There are such a things as rubbers, and I'm just going to do a really quick sketch actually. Let's do it like that. Make it a bit hairy and sketchy. It's what the situation needs right now because I'm standing up, and so I'm using my whole arm. I'm not just drawing from the fingers, I'm moving my shoulder while I draw, which lends itself better to a more sketchy, quick style. Let's do another one over here. It needs to be a bit more rounded. I can always go back in and neaten this up later if I wish. And you could use these same drawings later on to add shade to, or you could do a whole new set of drawings. It doesn't really matter. It really is up to you. So I just want to try and get a sort of the effect of the honesty. Now I'm not going to put any shading in this because shading comes next. We're just looking at line drawings. We're looking at getting shape, looking at the space of the object itself versus the shape around the object. So that's the positive space and the negative space. We think about how we hold the pencil, not holding it too close down, where the movement is coming from. I'm talking a lot, therefore my breathing won't be helping me. It's a good idea just to check every so often that your shoulders are relaxed, your grip on the pencil is loose, and that you're breathing in and out. So I can go back and I can rub that out. I can use my rubber to my advantage. And I can rub out the bits that I don't want. Like that. Okay, so just get yourself sketching, get yourself filling the page. It doesn't have to be anything too special. I think that's everything for today. Line drawing, looking at shape, positive and negative. You can pick any of the styles you want. You can do continuous styling, you can do sketchy. It's completely up to you. Try and fill a page. And if you're struggling, then maybe print something out in black and white. I hope that's helpful, and I hope you'll join me for my next lesson. Thank you very much.